Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome to Git Good Guides for Dark Souls 3, my second Git Good Guide series. And in this series, I'll be talking about ways to defeat certain bosses. Legit, I'm not into cheesing, that's not my style. There's other people on the internet, on the YouTubes for that, but that's not me. Now, if you want to beat bosses legitly, using your own strength and tactics, no cheese, hey, I'm the guy for you. There's also going to be builds, tips, and everything else, but this particular Git Good Guide is going to cover the first 3 difficult encounters you come across. The first one being this Crystal Lizard. He is an optional mini-boss in the very beginning zone, and hey, I'm up for all challenges, that's me. So I'm going to tell you exactly how you can beat him without dying too much. I died a bunch of times, I don't want you to die a bunch of times. So the first attack you have to watch out for is his rolling attack. Now, I would not recommend blocking. In past Dark Souls games, you would just block every attack, and when you had enough stamina, you would counterattack. But in this game, it's all about the rolls, because in Dark Souls 2, they introduced a mechanic that made it so you had to stack up a certain stat in order to get the invincibility frames needed to make rolling viable. But in Bloodborne, they took that out completely, and rolling was essential. The same is true for Dark Souls 3 here. Rolling is king and is the best way to mitigate damage. I would only block if I knew I could parry the other boss. That's not to say blocking with shields is worthless. No. If you have a great shield or something that can really mitigate physical or magical damage, then by all means. So the goal with this Crystal Lizard is to wait for his attack, make sure you dodge out of the way, and then counterattack as soon as he's done attacking. That's how you do it. That's the pattern. You just have to watch out for his lunging sweeps where he lunges forward, or if it looks like he's skirting off to the left a little bit, and then he'll do a medium range swipe with his claw to the right, like a really sharp right, like you just saw there a bit ago. Watch out for that too. That got me more than a number of times. So just repeat that same process of dodging and then going back in for a counterattack, and you'll have him killed in no time. And once you do have him killed, he rewards you with a Titanite scale, which can help scale up your weapons to +4 later on down the road. And there's also a nice little soul that you can pick up in this area as well. It gives you a few thousand souls that can help level you at least a few times early on in your playthrough. The next challenge in your Dark Souls 3 playthrough that you're going to come across is a boss, like an actual boss. Now this boss, he can be kind of tough. I mean, it took me a few tries to really get his pattern down and everything, and this is coming from playing Bloodborne as of late. His attacks are quick and powerful, and he has a transformation once you get him to about below half health. But his attacks are very lungy. They have a long wind-up time that should give you enough to see so that you can be like, oh shit, I need to dodge, and get behind him and then do some attacking like I am here in this video. See, the trick is to wait until he's just about to attack before you roll, and always roll towards his attack so that there's less time for the attack to actually hit you if you manage to mistime your rolls. Ludex here does have some poking attacks with that pole arm of his, which can be rather quick and hard to perceive and adjust to, but just try to keep getting behind him and try to be aggressive as possible so that you can just get in a few hits every time you dodge something. When he does transform like he is now, his attacks gain a lot of range and can oftentimes be a little harder to see coming just due to the general fluidity of the creature's body. But if you can get a grasp on where his tail is, where his arm is, where his face is, and where he's going to move it, then you can dodge toward it, use the invincibility frames of your dodge to get through the attack no problem. Boom, you're right behind his back, and then you can just kick his ass with a bunch of attacks or whatever you're doing. If you're using magic, then repeat that process, but just use spells instead. Though it's unlikely you'll have any great spells to work with at the moment, so just use whatever weapon you have in your hand. One quick tip with this guy Ludex is that his earlier form, a lot of his attacks with his pole arms can be parried with his shield, so keep that in mind if you're good at parrying. The last difficult, challenging encounter isn't a boss, probably really isn't even a mini-boss. He's this little dude at the left of the Firelink Shrine who isn't wearing any armor and has a sword, specifically a katana. And this is a good katana. You want this katana, if you're a dex build, mind you. He can be very challenging though, because he has a lot of health, and his attacks hurt. He will use the katana's special focus attack, and that can be very hard hitting. If he hits you 3 times and you're not embered up, then you're boned, honestly. So if you're feeling gutsy, you can try to parry him. I almost wouldn't recommend it though, because the timing's nuts. But some of his attacks are a little slower, so it is definitely possible. But in my opinion, the best way to beat him is just to be consistent, dodge his attacks, try to get behind him or to the side, wait for his attacks to be done. He usually likes to attack in combos of 2 or 3. Once he's done attacking, immediately get in there with full mana if you can, and then just use a combo of your own. You can hit him almost as many times as you'd like, if you have the mana for it. If you have a weapon that's a little longer range, that will definitely help you, because it's all about your attack getting to him before his attack gets to you, because then that knocks him off of his feet, knocks him off balance, and then you can get a bunch more attacks in there. Also use focus attacks. Focus attacks are especially useful because you can take advantage of their unique timing to get in close to him. Now I know some other YouTubers like Skill Up will tell you to get him close to the edge and kick him off. No! I say no to that, because there's value in defeating somebody like this legitly. It's that feeling you get once you know you bested him using your technique and your tactics and your timing and your character build. I don't know, it just, to me personally, defeating somebody like this, or even a boss or anything else, the cheesy way devalues the time and energy that you put into your character, into honing your skills, and all of that. But I do like using this stairway here because it's pretty easy to get behind him once he starts attacking. You just have to roll past his attack and he can't really turn around that fast. And he might even fall off and get a little fall damage in the process like you just saw there, which is nice. You know, that's not completely cheesing or anything. I'm not kicking him off the cliff. But yeah, do that. Use your long range attacks. Get in there. Stay consistent. Stay aggressive. And you'll beat him. You'll also get the Uchigatana. And that concludes today's Get Good Guide for Dark Souls 3, the first 3 tough challenges you'll come across in this game. There's lots of bosses to come. I've already defeated another one that I'm going to be covering very soon. I'm going to be covering some cool-ass weapons later on. Also going to do like a whole PvP series, like, does this PvP? Something like that. I think that'd be really cool, because I love PvP in this game. I love invading. I love being invaded. Bring it on. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, then go down below, hit that like button, and leave a comment if you're not feeling too shy. Let me know what you think about the first 3 challenges of this game, all the encounters that I covered. Was it too hard for you? Was it too easy? How did you beat it? Let me know. I'd love to know. Subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.